$14,325. There's something so satisfying about this. I don't know about y'all, but get into the product empties. I was in a plateau last month. I'm just not really in the mindset to be out of my mind.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Y'all been cleaning all day. I'm exhaustion. I'm tired, but I really wanted to start my monthly reset because baby, it's June. Baby, it's June. I'm so excited. Summer is here. Baby, the pool opens up officially, like with the best hours next week. So I'm gonna be at the pool in the vlogs. Stay tuned for that. But we're gonna start now with my product empties because I need to just throw this away. I cleaned the bathroom already, and now this thing is just taking up a lot of space underneath my bathroom sink. And I feel like I didn't use up that many products last month in May. I feel like May I used up a lot of stuff, but I do need to kind of replenish some of these things, which is annoying because, you know, spending more money. But the overconsumption has been very minimal. So let's get into it. I feel like the camera is a little too high up. I just finished this morning. I really like this brand. I used to use like the crests and stuff. It burns my mouth. This stuff is so good. I've really only tried the pink one, which is for anti-cavity, strengthens teeth, enamel, and freshens breath. I think I'm gonna go and just rebuy the same one because it works for me. And I like how it tastes. It's in the sparkle mint flavor. And that bottle lasts me a while. Curl creams, yeah girl, I've wanted to use this one up because I actually prefer a different one from Miss Jessie's. This one is the Pillow Soft. It's still really good, but I don't know, it smells like laundry detergent. It doesn't smell the best compared to my multicultural curls, but I'm happy that I finished this off so I didn't let it go to waste. I do feel like they make some really good curl creams, and I've tried majority of the Miss Jessie's just from being natural along basically every growth stage. So I think that I've found my holy grail, which is the multicultural curls, and I will continue to buy that. This one's more expensive too. I want to say this one is like $24, and the multicultural curls is around $16 or so. So hey, that works better for me. I also used up an Eco Styler gel. Like, this was the time for me to go through my hair products. I love that. That's been something I've been using since I was bald, and again, it works well for me. I also finished up this. This is so good, guys. I already rebought it. And this is a Holy Grail moisturizing leave-in, and I'll use it sometimes as a conditioner if my hair is pretty dry. And it's the Shea Moisture Deep Moisturizing Mask with raw shea butter. This one actually does smell really good. So I'll pop links below to all of these products. That one is such a staple, and I'm so happy that I discovered that this year. And alongside that, this is like my leave-in moisturizer, also from Shea Moisture. I've also since repurchased it. There's something so satisfying about this. I don't know about y'all, but get into the product empties. Clean out the stuff underneath your sink. But this is another holy grail, and it's the Hydrate and Repair Whipped Curl Cream. This, you guys know, I did a hair routine for the summer as like a hair reset on my beauty channel, and showed you guys how I do my curls and my whole routine in that video. So definitely go watch it if you're natural, you have curly hair, or if you're just curious about like my hair update, like the length and all that, then you can go check that video out. And I finally, guys, used this up. I was not enjoying it. I will tell you, this was one of the things that I purchased because it sounded delicious, but in actuality it dried out my skin tremendously, and I did not want to waste my money and not use it because it was sitting underneath my sink for so long. So I would just suck it up and used it. I didn't even get through this drop because I was like, you know what, it's empty enough for me. And it is the Crispy Marshmallow Bars by Philosophy. And the reason why I don't like this and I wouldn't buy it again is because it's a 3-in-1. And whenever something is a 3-in-1, it kind of lacks in other areas. So this is supposed to be a shampoo, shower gel, and bubble bath. And honestly, I tried this as a bubble bath. I got 0 bubbles. I used this as a body wash. It dried my skin out, and I did not dare put this in my hair. And honestly, I probably wouldn't want to. It'd probably dry and strip it. So other than the fact that it's cute with like the packaging and the smell, this is useless. So save your money. Don't buy this. Don't recommend it. I bought it because I saw it on Pinterest, and it can stay there, okay? And then next up is some like makeup stuff, because I went through a lot of makeup actually in May. I did rebuy this because I use this every day. It's my setting spray from Urban Decay in the Extra Glow. Perfect for spring and summer if you like a glowy finish. And I also finally finished off my Easy Bake powder from Huda Beauty in Banana Bread. This stuff lasts me so long, so I did rebuy it, and I'm sure it'll last me the rest of the year. And it's one of those like loose translucent, well, it's like a banana color, but it's like very light setting powder. And then I also did use up another Miss Jessie's curl cream. I go through this stuff so fast. This is the one that I like. It smells so good. I feel like it smells like a meringue or like a custard. It just smells so good, and it makes my hair smell and feel really good, and it doesn't make my hair feel dry. It says wash and go frizz free. So love this, holy grail. Happy to use it up. I've since, I think, repurchased 2 other ones because they were on sale. And then I also finished my brow pencil. I already had a backup that I bought from the Sephora sale. And I love this for just filling in and brushing through my brows because it has a spoolie on one end. And the pencil where you don't have to sharpen it. It's like retractable. Again, this was something that lasts me forever. And I feel like the one that I have now, I'm going to be able to use it for the rest of this year because I don't do my makeup that much. And I get mine in number 5. So love that. And then today, girl, I went to go put on my lip pencil and this thing broke. I think it's like at the end of its lifespan. Like, look, it's a little stub. This is my MAC lip pencil in cork. Such a staple. I want to rebuy this because I like to define my lips with something darker. Today I had to use chestnut, which is still really beautiful. It's just a lot darker than cork. But I'm going to see if I can make that one work because it's basically like a full amount left. And that way I won't have to spend the $20-something for this one. Like, I'm really in that phase, y'all, of using up what I have. And if it's not my favorite, if I have something close to it, then it will become my next favorite. Because this is cute and all, but I really don't want to spend $20 on a lip pencil this month. Like, I don't really want to spend a lot of money at all this month. But we're going to get into that in our goals. I know I'm going to have to re-up on my skincare because those are coming close to being empty on a lot of my products. So that's going to be a pretty penny, but I'm finally done with this. Y'all remember a couple months ago when, like, before I did my makeup shopping and I was showing you guys my products and what I wanted to kind of rebuy? This, I was able to use the remainder around the edges for a good 2 months. There's still some left, but I barely get any on my brush that I'm like, okay, girl, it's time to retire. So I did already have a backup, so I didn't have to rebuy another one, but I love this Charlotte Tilbury powder in the airbrush flawless finish, and I get mine at number 2. Like, this makes me want to try her other products. I just really like the packaging and how small and slim it is. It takes up a little bit of space in my makeup bag. So let me know your favorite products from her. I did feel like this compact, actually a lot of her compacts, when I would go to Sephora to test like the highlighter, the pan is never really fully secure in the compact itself. So when I'll go in with my brush, the whole pan will start to swivel, and that makes me feel like it's cheap, but it's not cheap prices. So I don't know if I can get over that to like buy into more of her products, but I know that she has some really good holy grails that a lot of girls love. So yeah, we used that up. And then I also used up a hand sanitizer. These tend to last me a while because I'll just keep them in the Jeep or whatever for whenever I'm out and about. And they're really convenient because they're like sprays. And this one was the Vanilla Blossom. I really liked this set. It's very subtle. And these are just a must. Like, you gotta keep your hands sanitized. So, I think I rebought one. Yeah, I must have. Yeah, I did. Actually, you guys saw that in a vlog a little while ago. So, these are great. And that's pretty much it. Like, that's all I've used up in May. I guess I'll keep this same bag for my June empties, and then we'll revisit that in my next monthly reset. But I feel like I pretty much used up my holy grail items this time for the majority instead of just like random stuff. And like, I've rebought all of these things aside from this. Yeah, we don't need that in our lives. I know that I'm gonna be due for like an eye cream. Do I want to spend money on an eye cream? I don't. No ma'am. And I think I already purchased an extra toner, so I'll be good on that. And then I'm pretty sure my vitamin C is running out, although this is not see-through. It's very opaque, so I can't really ever tell. But I'm sure I'm gonna need, I can't talk today. I'm sure I'm going to need another one at the same time, so I might as well pick that up along with my acid. Although, because I'm going to be out in the sun more, I kind of stopped using this almost daily because it's an acid and it makes your skin extremely sensitive to the sun. I notice like when I do use this and then I'll have sun exposure like the next day, baby, my face is tomato. I don't want that this year. I do not want to get sunburned at all this year. So I'm going to try to not use this as often, at least for June, like while I'm out like by the pool, which I plan on being a lot. So maybe it can last me. We'll see how long I go through because that's also expensive. And then I definitely need a new essence. Essence is another one of those things that I don't have to buy like every month like I do my moisturizer, because a little bit goes a long way. But like, this is such a holy grail, so I'm definitely gonna need to stock up. Hopefully somebody will have a sale. This is all Ole Henriksen, so I noticed that on their actual website they tend to do more sales than just like Sephora, and waiting for them to have one. So I'm gonna check on there and see if they have any promotions. I feel like, well shoot, it was just Memorial Day, so I probably missed it. I don't know, let's just hope for a sale when it's time to rebuy all of those things. The heck. So yeah, that's it for my empties. I'm gonna kind of clean up this little bit of a mess, and then I'll be back with my computer and everything, and we can sit and chat about the goals and the reflections for this video, and then get into some new goals for, or yeah, guys, I'm sorry, I'm like losing my mind today. What time is it, girls? 10:20. I've just been talking a lot today, trying to get some content prepped, and that was another thing I need to do for my reset, is get some content filmed so that I'm a little bit ahead of myself and not as stressed trying to get consistency up with my YouTube channels and stuff and get things posted for you guys. So I'm just trying to work on basically 4 videos today. Why do I do this to myself? Not only am I doing this reset, but I have a fitness channel reset that I'm also working on today, because I'm gonna take them to the grocery store, but I wanted to do this with you guys first. And I really now should have not done this all in the same day, because maybe I can get myself together, but I'm gonna catch you. I was just looking at my June goals and then my previous May reflections, and kind of sat with myself before turning on the camera to kind of think about May as a whole. There are definitely some unaccomplished goals, but I also have some goals, big ones, that I did surpass, which I think kind of makes up for the ones that I didn't necessarily hit. So let's get into with one goal that I set out for last month in my last May reset video, and it was to upload like 30 videos to increase my AdSense revenue. And y'all know, like, paying off debt, one way you can do that is to increase your income. So the more videos I post, the more content I get out, usually would equal more revenue. So I did not make my 30 video goal. I think that was a little bit too far-fetched. You know, it's just a little bit too much for me. So I actually ended up coming out with 22 videos as of today. And I may or may not upload at least one more before the month comes to an end. But I'm not going to put pressure on myself to do that. I think still 22 videos is a lot of content, considering how long my vlogs can be. Like up to 30, 45, an hour plus long videos is a lot for one person to kind of create and produce and edit and so forth. So I am really happy with that, even though I didn't hit that goal. I think moving forward for June, let's be a little bit more realistic and try to just be a little bit more consistent as I have been. I think as long as I take one day at a time and see, like, okay, what can I do content wise that is going to benefit me, whether it be having a filming day, an editing day, whether it be working on Instagram content, because that is still, I think, something that contributes to the amount of content. And I don't really ever count Instagram content as much as I do YouTube for some reason, but being consistent on Instagram is still very crucial for me because I have collaborations that I still need to meet, and I think I should start including that into my goal, because if I'm not consistent over there, then that also takes a toll on my revenue for the month. So just being consistent on all of my platforms and working on something every single day, even if it's something small like, I don't know, editing thumbnails or getting links that I reference in videos, or even planning content for that day. As long as I'm doing something along the lines of doing content creation, then that's something that's good for me. So that was one thing. And then another goal that I had was to pay my debt halfway. Y'all know I felt like I was in a plateau last month because tax season, you know, majority of my income went towards that and didn't really go towards my credit card. So I was kind of stuck at a, you know, a plateau and didn't make as much progress as I set out for. So this month I wanted to get to the halfway point, and I told you guys in that video that I wanted to get closer to my goal instead of further away from my goal. And that month was really the time for me to either make or break my progress to get out of that plateau, right? And I'm happy to report that I pushed through. I surpassed that goal of getting down $15,000 and actually paid $4,974 of my credit card debt for May, which is really good. Love that, happy for that. And my remaining debts before interest, that's a key word, before interest, ended up being $14,325. So we ended the month in the $14,000 of debt. And that leads me to my next goal for June. I would love to see myself in the single digits for my remaining debt. Like, that would be, oh my God, such a breath of fresh air to just be able to get out of that bracket. At first, it was hard enough to get out of the twos, girl. And then I felt like it took forever. It's still taking forever to get through the teens. And I would just love to break through that and see a 9. I'd be happy with a 9999. Okay, can I just see a 9? And I'm saying like before or after interest comes out. Like, I would just love to see that. So we're going to work on that for June. And those are just like some big goals that I had, was just work more and then pay down my debt for just like my reflections and then new goals moving forward. Some healthy habits. Man, I really started to look at my YouTube analytics. I think that's a really interesting habit. Just looking at the time of day that is most popular when you guys are watching the vlogs. And I wanted to do this for this channel, but also my fitness channel. And it tells me a lot. Like, I was trying to use that as a guide for me to upload on certain days. Like, for example, it told me that Sundays were the most popular day to post on, and girl, it was right. I got the most views and it ended up having a video be like number 1 out of 10. It'll show you like how many views out of your top 10 videos it ranks. So Sundays are really good upload days for me, so I'm gonna try to stick to at least uploading on a Sunday, like early morning, and then like the evening times during the week for this channel. And I think that's been working out for me. So that's a good habit work-wise. Also, just saying no to things. That was another healthy habit. Like, you have to have that discipline. And I think I've been really good about my discipline to work towards those goals, like my debt payoff. And I don't think I would have been able to do that had I went on my family vacation, which I keep bringing up because that was one big thing that I really wanted to do. But realistically, like, I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford it because I wanted to pay other things, and I think that would have definitely been detrimental to my progress and possibly could have even set me back just for a week of fun. So I think that what I need to do is have more time for myself enjoyment wise. So I think for June, I want to have some solo dates, like nothing crazy. I don't want to break the bank with them. I could do some free stuff, which I have in mind to do, and also maybe just take myself out for lunch. Again, nothing crazy or 5-star like Nobu, but I do want to have like a solo sushi date because I've been craving sushi. So I think that's something that I definitely want to do for June, just to kind of have like that little treat, you know, that little something for myself that I don't do regularly. I think that would give me that balance of having enjoyment and feeling like, okay, I'm on vacation, but I'm also not breaking the bank to do it. Or I'm having like a really nice experience without, again, having to break the bank to do it. So I definitely want to introduce some solo dates for June. A bad habit that I eliminated. Oh girl, I haven't had any alcohol. No alcohol. Yeah, it's been like months since I've had any alcohol consumption. And I love a good glass of, you know, white wine, you know, now that it's summer, some sparkling rosé, you know, something very crisp, a beer, you know what I'm saying? But I really don't have the desire to indulge in alcohol because honestly, in my mind, I'm like, what is the point? What is the point of getting drunk to feel crappy for the next like 2-3 days? Spending money on alcohol isn't in my budget. I'm gonna be for real with y'all, and that goes for eating out and ordering wine that's overpriced, but also going to the store and buy alcohol, like for what? I don't know. I'm just not really in the mindset to be out of my mind and feel like I need to escape my reality. Like I once thought of alcohol as being like, oh, I'm having a bad day, let me get some wine. Or, oh, I want to go to the pool, let me bring a case of beer with me. Like I can have enjoyment and have a date night without alcohol and still feel really good and actually be aware of what happened. You know what I'm saying? So mentally, that's where I'm at with the alcohol thing. And baby, that was a bad habit that I haven't really indulged in. And then habits that were retained. I feel like this is a constant one for the majority of my resets, but just being aggressive about paying off my debt. And I think that was true for me this past month. And again, it's something I want to carry on, like I said, for June. So that's probably going to stay the same for the next few months, man. Okay. And then as far as monthly wins, again, this is the same thing I said earlier, was pushing through my plateau of my debt payoff. Yay! But let's do it again. You know what I'm saying? It's this little hamster wheel that I'm in right now. Monthly challenges that I had for May. Guys, I was burnt out and I think you guys saw that. I definitely went through a little period of feeling unmotivated and a little bit of sadness. I had some cry sessions. I felt, I don't know if underwhelmed or overwhelmed is the right word. It was just a lot mentally on me. And that was really hard to kind of go through while also trying to push through it. But girl, I'm happy that I'm like in the progress of getting through it. I'm still a little bit burnt out. I'm not gonna lie and hold you on that and say like, oh, I'm so much better now, because I'm still trying to find things that bring me joy and happiness and still have that balance and have that motivation to really keep going. But in a way, I think doing this video is adding to that motivation of just reminding myself of the progress and the growth that we've had so far, and like the good and the bad. And I think that is important sometimes to still reflect on. And the overall like thought that I had was a bad day doesn't equal a bad life or a bad period. So I had to kind of remind myself like, yeah, we're gonna have these bad days, but guess what, like we had a lot of good days too. Like let's also focus on the good times and like the things that we did accomplish and the moments that we did feel really accomplished, like saying no to a family vacation. Yeah, that was hard, but that was kind of good. Like there's good in that too. So I think that's something to kind of sit on and think on if you guys are going through a bad period or you've experienced bad times. To just know that one, it's not going to last for forever. It's temporary. We can find ways to work through it, or we can sit on it, accept it, feel it, and then move on from it, and don't just sulk in it, because that's when you don't really have productivity, is when we're just stuck in that sadness energy or that unmotivated energy. So I'm definitely working right now to get out of a slump, and I think you guys will see in a vlog coming soon. I'm going to try to work out getting out of it as soon as possible, because I don't want my whole month of June to be sad girl energy. So that's definitely something that I was sitting on, was a bad day is not a bad life, right? Like it's gonna be all right. And then I also wanted to kind of mention my overall feeling. Remember last month I said like, oh, my overall feeling for the month is going to be success. And I do feel successful towards the end of this month. You know, I got a new manager, so I'm like working to still get to know her and stuff, and figure out like my partnership with that and that aspect. So I feel successful there. I also feel successful with my financial goals and management skills. So that was successful. I do still feel successful with the amount of content I've created. Again, I didn't really go back to look at my Instagram to see how many pieces of content I created. 6 pieces of content. Yeah, it could have been better. But 6 plus 22, what is that, 28? So we close enough. So yeah, like doing short form reels and stuff too can be really beneficial. But yeah, I do feel like successful was the right word for me. And I think the new word for June is going to be hopeful. I think that's a beautiful word. Oh my god, why am I going to cry right now? Girl, get it together. But yeah, I feel like hopeful is like the perfect word for the tone that I want to set for June. It truly feels like summer outside, so I'm hopeful with my mental, like less gloomy days, please, more hot sunshine, and moving my body and getting outdoors, and I'm hopeful to have more solo dates for myself. I'm hopeful to be more consistent. I'm hopeful to get out of the teens with my debt, you know? And I definitely want to have more family time. I'm hopeful with that too, just having like their comfort and support. So doing stuff with them just to get out of the house, like being hopeful and spending time in other people's energy as well, I think is definitely something that I want to, you know, do for myself. So I think that's pretty much everything as far as my reflections and my goals. I kind of want to work on like a more budgeted, like, yeah, I do my spending plan and stuff, but girl, I want to get my budget honed in a little bit more for June. So maybe I'll do another video on tweaking that and refining it within the next month or so. Maybe I might work on that in July. Excuse me. I think that might be better for me, because I definitely want to kind of step back on spending. Like, where can I cut my expenses a little bit? Not even like my basic expenses of things that are reoccurring, but where can I kind of cut back in other areas, like groceries? Like, I haven't really eaten out. I think maybe I ate out like once, but I really don't even want to do that. But also I'm like, girl, you want to have a solo date, so which is it? See, balance. I told my mom we'd have lunch soon, so obviously I don't want to be like, no, I don't want to do that, because I just said I want to have more family time. So I don't know if I can realistically cut back, but maybe set a budget on what I want to spend for eating out, because I don't really have one, because it's not something that I really do. So yeah, we need to figure that out, because I definitely don't want to spend a lot outside of just groceries, and I definitely don't want to spend a lot. I think my guilty thing is like buying clothes and active wear, and I really need to not do that outside of like my sponsors. So I need to refine that a little bit, and if I do, okay, cool, let's set a cap. Ooh, y'all want a video? I saw this girl do one. It popped up because I've been watching like money saving videos, and it was like things I did not, or things I wanted to buy but didn't buy. Would y'all like to see a video like that from me? I think that'd be kind of interesting. Thumbs up if you'd be interested in that, because there's a long list of stuff that I really wanted to buy but I didn't. Discipline, right? So yeah, we definitely need to tweak our budget within the next few months, but again, I might just get in that in July. I feel like that would make more sense realistically for me, because I've been really good about my spending plan. So yeah, I'll get into that in July. Catch me in my next reset video for that. But as far as the goals, you know, I'm really happy with my progress, and you know, I feel like the overall message for you guys is, if you didn't necessarily hit a goal to the T, but you were close to it, that's still a win. Okay, that is still a win. Celebrate that moment. Celebrate the work that you did put into it, because it shouldn't go unnoticed or unrecognized because you didn't hit it verbatim. And I think that can make us feel unmotivated and fall off when we feel like, dang, we didn't even hit our goal, when we are still putting work towards that. And guess what? Work towards it is still work towards the big picture, and it's still progress at the end of the day. And definitely don't beat yourself up. I do this to myself all the time, and I need that reminder, which is why I'm saying this now, is we are our biggest critics. We tend to be the ones that beat ourselves up the most, and we don't recognize the work that we've put in. One of my subscribers said, girl, you don't give yourself enough credit. And when she said that, I was like, girl, thank you for your kindness and your support, because I honestly needed that. Like, I needed not the, what's the word, not the recognition, or I didn't need someone else to tell me. Like, I should have seen it for myself, but it was really, what's the word I'm looking for? Confirmation? That's not the word I'm looking for. Solidifying? That's not the word I'm looking for. It's like on the tip of my tongue. I don't know, something about like when she said that, it was really just like, girl, you should see it for yourself too, right? Like, what is the word I'm looking for? Someone's screaming at me in the comments telling me what it is. What is the word? I can't think of it right now, but when she said it, I was like, girl, I needed to hear that. So thank you, whoever you are. But that's gonna wrap up, I think, this video for today. I don't have anything else really much going on as far as my reset. I just have some laundry going. I wanted to give Leroy a haircut and a bath because he needs one, but I think we're gonna save that for another day because your girl's tired, okay? But I hope you guys enjoyed this reset with me and found it to be a little bit motivating for June for you guys, and maybe it inspired you to outline your own goals and even sit and just reflect on May and how that went for you. So definitely stick around. I'm gonna have some more content going up this month. I have so many videos which I'm super excited to create for you guys. I've already been starting to work on some of them too, so I think it's gonna be a really hopeful month for sure, and content that I haven't done yet, or content that I've done on my channel before and I'm just redoing it now with my mindset. So I'm definitely going to be posting like this lucky girl routine, like how to manifest our goals and actually accomplish them. I think that's going to be really interesting for you guys to see, like what I do in my routine habit wise, and how you can also kind of use that in your own benefit to get the things that you want. Because at the end of the day, I feel like we all deserve our dreams, we all deserve our desires, and I want to show you guys as a guide step by step how you can achieve those and how you can actually live it as your reality. Even if it's just a dream right now, it can actually become a reality for you. So I think I'm going to call it like how to become that lucky girl, or how to get lucky girl syndrome, or how to become her, something along those lines. So stay tuned for that video, because I think it's like a part 2 to this one in a sense, because we take all this time to think of our goals, right? But we want to know, how do we actually get them? So I'm going to work on that video for you guys. And until then, I'm gonna catch you. Bye.